And it's telling me I am live, which would be much more of a feat if I were dead and doing this. So, no, I am indeed live. And this is the ocean of the oceans, Deep Blue. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my cat who is here with me, my little Lyran assistant cowboy. And here on Ocean's Deep Blue, we do the deepest of blue. I am a white hat shaman, civilian white hat shaman, and I am here to find my crew on the Woo ship, pretty much, and to help people through the timeline events that are going to get us to. Oh, hello there, Chloe. How you doing? Ah, good. Yeah, get us to the new timelines. And the new timelines look very promising. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, timelines, I am going to make a video focusing more on what I mean by timelines. I can't expect everybody to be familiar with that term, okay, or what it means. But by the by the way, just if you didn't know, your intentions and your vibrations, and I do mention a video where I talk about vibration and frequency, they do influence reality. So that's part of what I'm saying here. We're working on the timeline. We're working on making it the most positive timeline. And so far, we're doing really well. I mean, really well. So I'm actually proud of me and my crew for doing this. I think we're doing a bang up job, and I know we're not alone in this. I know that there are other people that are doing their part to make this a positive timeline that we're in. Remember that everything always happens at the same time. I mean, it's an advanced concept. I realize always happens at the same, but all of reality is happening at once. There isn't any real future and past. It's just a filing system that um, we've gotten used to. But you will find time speeding up, slowing down. You're going to find gaps in time. You're going to find a lot of, um, you're going to find a lot of mess ups coming up as far as glitches and shifts. And don't worry about it, it's going to be fine. We're going to have a click in party tonight when enough people show up. I'm going to put a link out and then y'all can click away on it if we know you and love you. You too can be part of the phenom. So, anyway, you were bored all day, Chloe? I'm sorry to hear that, dear. I hope that you're not bored here. Okay, let me see. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of my patrons. It's not showing me that. Oh, just great. Oh, just great. Yeah, give me a bunch of BS. Okay, whatever. Okay, loves. Stop that yawning. Oh, geez, I've been a busy girl. Woo writers, hello. You know what? I looked into monetizing. I need 1,000 subscribers to monetize. So I'm not allowed to have a super. Mm, YouTube is Woo Riders on the Storm. That's right. That's you. Woo Riders on the Storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Well, they wouldn't let me. I tried today. That's why I'm late. I tried all kinds of ways and they won't let me. So if you know how to do that, I don't know how to do that. They basically had a thing that said, we'll let you know when you're eligible. We'll let you know when you're eligible. Oh, sorry about that, Chloe. I can't help it. Seems to happen. Oh, oh no. See, now you reminded me and I yawned again. Stop me before I yawn again. Wait a minute here. He's already sacked out. Look at him. Not a care in the world. Not a single brain cell. Nothing. Nope, not this cat. Nope, his life is good. He has absolutely no worries in the world at all. Because mommy loves him and he gets all kinds of food and love and automatic cat box, fancy and stuff. The best food that mommy can afford. He's a happy cat. He is a happy little boy. And always glad to have a belly. That's one thing you gotta love. He is just so happy. I've had cats that wouldn't let you rub their belly before, but he just adores it. He adores it. Make a bunch of shorts. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to make a bunch of shorts. Yeah, most cats for some reason. But he absolutely adores belly rubs, which is fine with me. Well, like I said, they just had a thing that said, we'll let you know when you're eligible. So I tried. That pisses me off. So you're telling me that now they've changed? Because, yeah, I downloaded YouTube Studio and that's what I was working off of. I've got some kind of a little heart icon over here when I come in. What is that for? $10 minutes ago. Yeah, I was also struggling a little bit with StreamYard. I had to re-put in StreamYard about 3 different times, and they've got some kind of change of terms or something I had to sign and electronically and so on and so forth. Yeah. I just don't freaking know what to do about it anymore. And I found out because I downloaded Studio. Here I have all of these people commenting on my videos, trying to get in touch with me over the years. I didn't even see their comments. I didn't even see them when I looked at my videos. I'd go back and look at my videos and it would look like, and there was like no notification at all that anybody ever left a comment. I'd have to go to each individual video and see if anybody left a comment. It's really annoying. It's not very handy at all. Anyway, and there are times that I try to type on something in there are shows that I can't even, it's not even giving me a chat box. And I know I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything on those shows. So, I go on the live stream, it won't even give me a chat box. Or I go on some and it gives me a chat box, but nobody sees what I type. Or it just disappears. It's really weird. I did turn that on, so hopefully I'll get it this time. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're going to get some more time screw ups. That's going to happen. We're going to feel like it's going slower, it's going faster. It'll be missing time. There'll be weird events. Just take it in stride. I think probably a lot of people are noticing and they're just not staying because it's not safe to say, but I think really a lot of people are noticing. Yeah, the full moon. Well, thanks. That'd be nice. That'd be nice if you call and then maybe I can walk through it. Yeah, Friday night is the full moon. I'm gonna try and come in Friday. If the good Lord's will and the creek don't rise, my mother used to say, but our creek will. Our creek has we have an overpass to the creek, so that's not an impediment anymore. But we have so much water around here. We really do. We have a lot of water. A lot of water. So I was thinking, we just jumped into this 1111 portal. Gateway, actually. It's called a gateway. Solar was calling it a gateway. And so where do we want to end up? We might want to set some intentions. I think that we're off to a really good start. I mean, the world is beginning to shape up already. It's looking better. Probably we're going to see some wars end. Probably, let's see, Europe has already decided that they're going to get their oil from us once we start drilling again, once we start having it available to them again, instead of from Russia. That's going to help the economy. People are already on the freaking job. Now, this is the thing that really makes you wonder who's getting a vibe from this. Two things. Jill Biden wore an all red costume, all red outfit when she went to vote. And we know that red is MAGA colors. A lot of people were saying, you know what, because they did what they did, Biden's probably going to vote red. He's probably going to vote Trump because they basically staged a coup on poor old Joe. I'm sure he didn't like that. Cowboy, I love you, but you're so furry. Anyway, it's tickly. Tickly fur. You woolly little guy, you. That's part of why you're so fluffy, though, is that woolly undercoat there. Oh, look at the little curled up toes. He just curling his toes. He's so happy. Yeah, he has a good life. Real good life. Little bit of static. Yeah, I know. Matt Gaetz, the only Gaetz I want to see in office. I certainly don't want to see the other Gaetz. Hmm. It's the full Beaver's moon, and we know Scotty will probably really be enjoying that. I know he's probably got some jokes about full beavers. So, okay, so there's some kind of static when I talk. And nothing I can do anything about. Well, I hate to say, but oh well. Um, yeah, you have to go in and out of the stream several times sometimes before it finally decides it's going to give you um, a box or let you be seen or whatever. But it doesn't work on some shows. Like I said, there's been times when I've 5 or 6 times came into Hawkeyes and nobody still sees me. So the other thing is him and Trump finally had their first face-to-face meeting in the White House, I guess. And Biden actually looked happy. He looked very happy and relieved. I hate to say it, but if father like son, that thing about that Hunter was from the Hunter phone call, the famous one about my ability to forever hold a grudge. Joe's probably going to be holding a grudge over being railroaded right out of his place. And now they're beginning to talk about chucking him out of office before he even gets to finish and throwing Kamala in there so they can have the first female president. Let's put a quash to that. Shall we? Shall we just quash that right now? Yeah, and in fact, let's squash it. Yeah, let's just end that one. That should not happen. Nobody deserves that. Really, do we? We don't deserve that kind of abuse. Um, hmm. Oh, yeah, well, that might, yes, squash that. Yay! There she is. The crotchety has took her. It's off to hook. She is our favorite yarn pirate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Joe hates Kamala at this point. I don't know that he ever really liked her, but I'm pretty sure that at this point he really hates her. And I'm pretty sure that he's going to carry a grudge about all of this crap that happened to him. And I wouldn't blame him. It's a hell of a thing to do to a sitting president, isn't it? And then if they try and force him out of office before his time, I figured I needed a little bit more light here. Let's see if this looks better maybe here. I don't know, I can't tell. Let's see if that works better. I don't know, how does that look? Or does it look like I'm going to tell spooky stories? Put it up there and see if that helps any. This place has never been had good light. Okay, well, maybe there. Hey, good to see everybody. You howled at the moon earlier this week. What happened to him? What happened to him? Mean old Joe? Joe welcomed Trump and actually looked genuinely happy. So I'm thinking something's up. I mean, this is the same guy that they were calling him a dictator and so on and so forth, but now they're saying, oh, yeah, we're going to be, making sure that we have a good transition and, we're going to do it the right way and everything. And I'm like, what? So, nothing wrong with spooky stories. Look. Uh, oh, cool. She's crotcheting. And she is our queen of crochet. Okay, which thing and which him? Um, why is your message retracted all the time, Woo Riders? I keep seeing message retracted by your name. No, I didn't see that, Woo Riders. What was the thing? I don't know what originally did she is. I don't know what that is. Hook. But I guess, well, it's customary to welcome the president-elect into the Oval Office. And that's what happened, I guess, earlier today. And Biden looked really chipper and actually happy. And so I'm guessing that he's happy about the way things turned out. So I really don't know. Yeah, give us the link. We'll go look at Jill Biden next to commie law. Commie law, la, 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 la. Yeah, they never tell me. I don't know that it's ever going to work out quite right with. I don't know that it's ever going to work out quite right with this steg platform until maybe next year. I don't know. I have hope for it next year. Maybe with any luck, Elon will buy it. Maybe Elon will buy that next. Buy YouTube. She's asking me for a link. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, it's kind of hard to know. Okay, I got it copied, so hang on. Oops. They make it a little bit hard. There's like several steps you have to go through. I don't know why they don't make it a little simpler. Okay, there you go. Don't mess with my heart, my achy breaky. Oh, you know what? I am thinking of writing a new song. Don't mess with my brain, my wokey brokey brain. Yeah, I think I'll call it wokey brokey brain. What do you think? Oh, okay. Oh, nice. That's a lot of texture. Yeah, that's a lot of texture. Fancy schmancy. I should go over and start streaming on X. Yeah. We want to see the ombre blanket. Ombre blanket? It's blanket now. Okay.
Ah,
Hello.
there I am. Hello. Hi.
Sup?
Okay. Blanket. Okay. Right over here. I'm working on my Reggie
I
Digi.
hope Winnie's makes it in.
Um, can you see
I
it?
can barely hear you.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. There.
Oh,
My all those ridges.
it's
And
pretty.
it's like an ombre plum with eggplant and what's that other purple? It's a fig. Yeah. Fig.
Mauve.
Fig. No, these are all the colors of the. This one is fig, eggplant, light rose, and
Semper Fi Black Dragon.
God, I forgot what the other one was. Oh, this is eggplant. It's a really dark purple. It looks like plum. I love the color. Where is it? It's in this bag.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is fig.
So fig is.
The darkest one is come on, burgundy. Burgundy. But it looks a lot darker than burgundy. It's almost like, I think it looks like plum. You know a plum? That
I
purplish
think it
plum?
looks more plummy too, actually.
Yeah. And then
Oh yes,
this is more
black
eggplant.
likes bacon. Huh?
Yeah. This is eggplant and fig. Fig. I'm running
Yeah,
out of.
that's more well, yeah, I guess you could say that's eggplant.
Well, that's what
That's
the label says anyway. And this is rose. I'm running
okay.
out of the rose, but I'm not going to go to Joann's and get. So I'm trying to find a copy over here. I think I got one. It's a Heartland, pink Heartland. I have to use.
He likes roast swine flesh. You remember the do you remember the Coneheads from
Yeah, I
Saturday Night
do.
Live?
Yes, I love them.
He consumes mass quantities of swine flesh. We're talking about Black Dragon. He's got bacon all over. He's throwing bacon to everybody now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he's throwing out bacon to everybody. So you too, I'm sure you get your share of bacon.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
bacon. I
Yep,
love
yep. He
bacon.
said hello, Hook, and threw you a bunch of bacon. So there you go.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I
This is going to
know.
be
I've
big
been
enough to.
having that where the chat won't update. Huh? What? I'm
I just
sorry. What did
love.
you say, Hook?
It's going to be big enough to go over a queen bed.
Ooh.
That's how
Yeah,
big it
mine's
is.
queen bed size. That's why I got trepidations over trying to make
Huge.
something
It's
for my
huge.
bed because it's
You see how big it is? It's big.
wow. Yeah, that's big.
It's
How
a
long did that take
size.
you?
Well, this is my 7th. Well, I think I was I started it I think at the end of September.
Wow.
So it's been taking a while. I know I wish I could crochet faster, you know? But
Well, I think
it is
that's
what it is.
amazing. And it would take me maybe a year.
Really? I think I'm slow. I'm trying to go faster. And
Well,
listening to
but
the
that's me.
Nutcracker
I'm
and Snoopy and trying to just have happy thoughts and just
who
got done
wants to
watching
take a
Alex,
ride?
Alex Jones was talking about how they're probably going to try and take out Trump and all this crap. But I'm just
Well, it probably are. They don't have to succeed, though.
yeah, I don't want to see it
We can
that way.
decide that they don't succeed.
Mhm. Exactly.
Let's
But
do that, in fact.
I don't know if I'm buying all of it. Like there's so much going on all at once. They're having in Congress, they're talking about the UFOs, right? Right now. No one's really talking about it, but they're in Congress right now
I
admitting
watched it today.
admitting there's you and okay, I know I don't want to
Admitting
get you
there's
any.
stuff that they're not going to let us know much about.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, why doesn't the news show what's going on at Red Rock right now? I've been watching it for a month. Why don't they just put the camera over there and let's just watch them take off? Huh? I mean,
See, that's just it.
it's in your face. It's right there. I mean, I just want to know what's going on. What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, okay, there's a lot of, you could do your own research. Like there's a mining operation right up over there past, Mount Charleston over up there. The military's, there's something down there. You know what's down there? Okay. So close to Vegas. I think it's shameful. What are they doing down there? And then, okay, it's really obvious that I'm seeing tonight? How come all the planes are coming from there too? Huh? And I've noticed that I don't like to notice these things, okay? I'm really reluctant, but it's in your face. Because I know which planes go to Area 51, right? They go every day, every morning, right? They call them Debs, right? And they have the new ones where they have all the immigrants in. And where are they taking those children? Oh, we know where they're taking them. We're not going to play dumb, are we? So that's what Alex Jones is talking about. When is the truth going to come out? That's what needs to be done. We need to blow the lid off all this P. Diddy, all this crap. And the children are still being sent down. What? I'm just disgusted. Okay? I'm sick of it. I'm tired of playing blind in one eye, can't see out of the other. Meanwhile, these innocent children are being sold for adrenochrome. Okay, but I'm just going to talk about yarn because you know what? I love yarn and it doesn't
No,
make me sad.
that's okay. I'm listening. I mean, I didn't know about this.
Oh yeah, it's happening every day, Dee. And I'm an empath. So I feel it in my
I didn't know
heart.
about Red Rock, that you could actually see it, that you could go somewhere and actually see that.
Well, I could see it from my house at my condo. I live up on this little hill, the only little hill in Vegas, right? It's true. Anyway, so I can
Oh,
see
you mean you can see it live from your...
Yeah, you want me to? Well, I wish I had a better telescope. I do have
You
a
need to
telescope.
fucking take
You know
that.
what?
Pardon me, but you need
I have a
to record
telescope.
that shit.
But why? Why? So people can poo-poo me and say I'm faking it and blah 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 blah. You know
No, we
what?
won't tell people where we're getting it from. How's that?
But I'm not in the mood to debate with people who don't believe it. You know what? If you don't want to believe it, don't. I don't really care. I'm not trying to convince people there's stuff taking off from Red Rock, okay? That's not my point, Dee. That's not what I...
Okay.
What's underneath that? Let's stop playing kindergarten, okay? Let's be adults. There's a mining operation. Are you a Dutch Sense fan? Have you ever heard of Dutch Sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there.
Okay.
Let's put on our Dutch Sense hat. Okay? He points to all these mining operations and all these little earthquakes that are happening in California right now. There was a 3.5 off of Los Angeles. He kind of gets into the dumps. Let's just say it, right? The deep underground military bases.
The dumps, yeah.
They're right down there. And so they're blowing up right now, and they just don't talk about it because, it's not popular. Let's talk about Trump.
Well, it is kind of a big deal what happened. Only thing is, they're also talking about P. Diddy, too. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
I know, but those are children. They're dying. That doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Well, it does matter, but I think a lot of people are...
So that's why I squeeze my yarn every day, and I don't want to think about it. But it's in my face every day, Dee. I don't know what to do with that. I pray every day.
Let's pretend that it changed.
I want it to change. I hope Trump changes it, but I know for a fact he's been here.
It's gonna change.
He's been here.
Yeah, the tunnels are real. They are. I know they are. I remote viewed the tunnels. I know they're real.
Well, I've had dreams of them. I've been there. I'm not in my body, right? I'm not in my body, but I'm there. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm there. But I've had many dreams about
I could speculate, but I cannot tell you for sure. But I can say that probably one of your fractals is there. Probably part of you, that is part of your soul group, is there.
Well, I remember
which
when
is the same reason I have
it's
been
something
there.
about the moon. I also am there too. Something about the moon, because I remember seeing the spiders. They live on the moon. There's these spiders there, and they feed off the kids. Okay, so I was a kid once.
I've heard that there are really giant ones on Mars.
No,
spiders.
it was on the moon. This was on the
But this
moon.
is the moon. There's
This
giant
is the
spiders on the
moon.
moon too.
They were in the moon. Oh, Mars, I don't know. I don't know if I've been there. But
No, that was
I
some
don't know.
people who said that
I
in
don't
their
know.
20 and back type experiences, they were on Mars, and Mars has giant spiders, and they send children out to scout them.
Well, maybe I
And the
was on
children often
Mars.
get
Yeah.
bit, and children often get killed, and then they revive them.
But
So
these
they send the
spiders are
children
not
out to do that.
regular spiders, Dee. They're like, I didn't believe it was real. I thought I was having a nightmare, but I wasn't sleeping. Don't you have to be sleeping to have the nightmare? Okay. I was having a
When I
vision of
was a
one.
kid, I had a nightmare about those spiders every single
Yeah,
fucking night.
but I was awake when I saw this one. It was a vision, and it had a head on it, like a torso and a head with arms. They had spliced it with another species, and it was hideous. It just
So it was like a
freaked me out.
chimera.
Yeah, it was just freaky. Ugh. But anyway, I just hope that there's an end to all of this.
I used to wake up screaming. I
Yeah,
think
I like to talk about it.
I was one of those kids that
Let me put the other.
would be
There's a
taken.
cat.
Because remember, I was abducted. I would wake up sometimes with blood all over my pillow.
Really?
And I didn't want to go to sleep at night. I would sometimes wake up screaming bloody murder because yeah,
There you guys are.
and bloody murder with memories of giant spiders. Yeah. And so with memories of giant I've gotten over that to a large extent, but yeah, I think I was probably one of those kids. Now supposedly what happens is they put the kids out to scout and find out things, and then if they get if they get hit by a spider and they get killed, then they whatever they can find of them, as long as they have part of your brain, they can reconstruct you. Supposedly, they can regrow you, but that's
really.
that's what they say. I cannot prove that. I
I
can
know
say that
they say a lot of
something's going
things.
on in that direction.
Yeah, I've had so many things happen to me when I was younger. I remember seeing the lights. I couldn't sleep at night. It was so bright. I could see lights all over. But then an incident happened. Uh, uh, I was killed. I was thrown in a dumpster. I was I was I was I was molested. Whatever. He suffocated me with his penis down my throat. It was horrible. I remember it when I was 2 years old. 2 years old, D. He threw me in the dumpster. Okay,
Who a guy that
a
in
guy.
your
When I was
what?
2, I was 2 years old, and that's when I stopped seeing the light. I don't know. I remember, like my brain. I researched it later, right? Because I had blocked the memories, but they came back after I woke. Right, I had a waking experience, and then all the memories came back, which told me that's when my third eye was split. It was shattered. So when he was doing that to me, I really didn't pay attention because it shattered my head. Because you're 2 years old and you're so trusting of, your whole world gets shattered. So I remember that part. And then, I don't know, I just remember seeing God. He had glasses on And he told me it wasn't my time yet and to go back. It was like, remember that movie back then in the 70s? Oh God. Remember with
Yeah.
John Denver? Was it Burns? George Burns. He looked like
George Burns was God.
Burns.
Yeah.
He was in the clouds. But I never saw the movie yet. Didn't come out yet till later. It was 1972 when this happened.
Hey, Ken.
1972. God.
So your version of God has glasses.
But I read later, when I read, I got a lot of books because I wanted to know what I really saw. So they have 3 different types of near-death experiences, right? And they describe one of them is seeing an old man in the clouds. And yeah, that's the one I saw. Have you ever heard of the book Near-Death Experience?
I've spoken of it on this show extensively.
There's so many books about it, so I just
One
wanted
of
a
the top
variety.
researchers was
Yeah.
Montgomery.
And there was another
Another
guy.
one
There
was
was I forgot his name. I have all of his books in the other room. My memory is really bad with names.
there was Life After Life, Life Between Lives.
Yeah.
There was
what's his name? He actually
who was
died.
the other one? The older woman that was the hypnotherapist regression. Did regressions.
Altia was her name?
No, there was
Altia?
somebody else more well known.
She was with Larry King. She did an interview with him. Rosemary Altia. I have her book too.
I don't even remember her, but I do remember
she's
the other
one
one.
who first got me into it, but then I went a different direction, more of doctors, more what was his name? God. Anyway, I wanted to know what I really saw, just trying to make sense of it. My whole life has been really a roller coaster, D. I have premonitions that I have no business having. I dreamt the day my dad died. For a whole year, I dreamt what was going to happen. And when I finally went there, I knew when the birds were going to fly over. I knew when the bug was going to, because I had the dream so many times. I guess I thought maybe it was a practice. God was trying to have me a practice session, Should I do the right thing? Anyway, I'm trying to just tell you this so I don't have to come back on here and talk to you again because, God, I hate seeing myself. Look at me. I got a big old lump.
Why?
It's always for me 2 steps forward, 3 back. Like right now, I'm having to face myself. So it's scary. I hate scary. Look at my big hole in my tooth. I'm not this body, right, D? I'm not. I look like my mother, too. That's another thing.
You look fine. We didn't even notice it until you pointed it out. Jeez. Cut it out, Hook. I'm going to reach through and smack you, girlfriend. Quit being so down on my good friend Hook.
I look like my mother.
Don't be such a bitch to her.
Because I look like my mom.
I look like my mom, too.
It's hard for me to look at myself because I see my mother.
I look a lot like my mom, and it really gets
Wanda.
me.
There's Wanda. But I'm not her. I'm not Wanda. She made me, though. She made me, and then she rejected me, and she hasn't talked to me, and she lives less than a mile from me. And I know she's sick, and she's dying, and I'll probably never see her again. And I have to just be okay with that every day and say, thank you, God. May I have another? I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself, though.
That really sucks.
Nope, I'm not feeling sorry for myself because I'm over it, right? I'm not going to do that. I love myself more now. And Chloe, I took a walk twice. Girl, I went today. I kept hearing you say, do it, just do it. And I did it. I took a walk finally. I'm so pathetic. Okay, I want to go off now because I can't take myself no more. God.
Oh, you know what?
God, look
So
at me.
everybody in chat, isn't Hook a fox? Why does she think she's ugly?
Because I look like my mother.
You're
And
a
I'm
hot
mad at her.
mama. Come on.
I'm mad at my mom, and so it's hard for me to look at myself because I look like my mother. Okay, okay. You're my therapist, right? Okay, because I need to get over
I
this.
guess so. We're all your therapists now, honey.
Okay, you're gonna adopt me. Okay, so what do I want to tell my mom so I won't be mad at her no more? What can I do so I can cut the cord and stop crying about her?
Well, it took me a long time.
Breathe, Hook. Oh, there's Scotty. Oh, that's my brother. Okay, and I'm also addicted to you guys too now because you're like my family.
Maybe you can kind of migrate.
How do I go forward without? See, it's easier for me to move forward without looking at myself. See, that's the hard part because I look just like her. But then the hard part too is my daughter. She looks just like me. And then my granddaughters look just like me too. And we all look like the same person. So I have to get over this, D. I gotta grow up, huh?
Okay, let's
Grow some
ask for
balls.
that. Ask for help. Say, you know what? Every time I have trouble getting over something, and I've had many, many things that I'm there like, I know I still got this.
Right.
Please help me get over this.
Yeah, I gotta
And
forgive
I've
her.
asked for help to please get over it.
I gotta forgive her. There, that's what it is. I knew I had the answer. I gotta forgive her. I mean, really, I can't just say, "Oh, I forgive her."
Yeah, I forgave my mom too. I had to forgive her. I had to forgive my mom, my dad. I forgave everybody.
Oh, look, there's Dolly. Oh, projects.
But, you know, you can actually, do you want, it's up to you. What attitudes and opinions? Okay, I'm going to run a clearing.
Okay, all right.
If you agree. Now, you don't have to answer the first question out loud.
Okay.
It's just there to bring all of the energy up, and all of you can do this at home. What attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have that I'm not good looking enough, that I am ugly or unattractive, or that I shouldn't show my face for some reason, I should be embarrassed, I should, you know, anything like that or surrounding that? What attitudes do I have like that? And here's the second part, and all you have to do is say yes. All you have to do is say yes if you want the clearing. Now listen.
Okay.
Okay. Times a godzillion. Times a godzillion. I now completely dissolve, destroy, eradicate all that. Times a godzillion. Good and bad, right and wrong, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. And what more? What attitudes and opinions and judgments do I have that people are not going to like the way that I look, and I have no right to be on the air because I know I dealt with this? Okay. And what attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have going along with that, that the people are not going to love me because I'm somehow unlovable, because somebody in my past didn't love me or called me a name or was very judgmental about the way I looked, would I be willing to completely destroy all that? And if you would, just say yes. You don't have to even say it out loud. You can say it in your head. And if you say yes, this is for you.
Yeah.
I now uncreate and
I love
destroy
Elsa.
all of that and
I
all
do love
surrounding
Elsa.
that.
Lois. Lewis.
Times a godzillion, times a godzillion. Good and bad, right and wrong, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Let's do a third time just for making sure, okay?
Yeah. 3 times a charm.
Attitudes, what attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have?
Let it go.
That
Let
I'm
it all
not
go.
beautiful, and that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy enough. And because somebody said something to me that I should take it in and make it part of my reality, well, that's not really true, is it? You don't really have to.
No, we don't have
People
to
do
do it.
things, sometimes they're seeing themselves, they're not even seeing you. You
Exactly.
realize that? A
Yeah.
lot of times when people are calling you ugly, they're really seeing themselves. All right, some part of themselves. People do a lot of projection. So let's just say to hell with that, okay? Would
Yep.
you be willing to uncreate and destroy all that shit?
Yes.
And if so, I would. I now uncreate and destroy all of that crap, all of that stuff, everything around that. Times a godzillion, times a godzillion. Good and bad, right and wrong, talk about all nine shorts and boys and beyonds. And now I'm going to replace that. I'm as beautiful as anybody and more beautiful than a lot of people. I am beautiful and I am worthy just by the fact that I'm here. I'm here and I'm alive and I'm worthy. If I wasn't worthy, I wouldn't even be here. You realize that? Because worthy means able. It means you're able to withstand. If you're roadworthy, if a car is roadworthy, it can withstand the road. Well, guess what? You're here, so obviously you're worthy. You're standing it. You're withstanding it. You are worthy automatically. Okay?
Thanks, Dee.
And you know what? It's like I'm looking at you, girl. There's nothing wrong with you. I've mentioned my teeth before. My teeth are effed up.
Yeah, so are
They're
mine.
all different lengths because they effed them up. They're all different lengths. And that's why I don't grin with the toothy grin. It's kind of weird looking. But I have my teeth. They're just all messed up, kind of goofy looking and different. And I just don't like to show that part. But so I don't. But my guide said, but you're going on anyway. And I said, I can't go on. I got this wrong. I got that wrong. I got the other thing. They said, no, just go on. Just go. You look fine. You look fine. I said, no, I don't. Why couldn't this happen when I was younger, when I was prettier, when I'm blah, 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 blah. I said, no, you need to go on now. And so I did anyway. So, you know,
Mm. Yep, you need to
you
just walk
just
on,
don't. There are
walk
people
on
in the chat
by.
going, you look fine. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with us is our heads, we've been programmed.
I think I figured it out. I'm seeing my mother, like you said. Sometimes when we look at ourselves, we're just projecting someone else, and so I see my mother. So that's why I start hating on me, because I'm mad at her, and then I see me, and it messes with my emotions. And then I think that I hate me, but it's not me. I'm just disgusted about what a lousy mother I had. But then I have to thank her because maybe that's why I'm such a good mom, because she was such a lousy mom. Yeah. And now, oh, I'm a good mom. I'm a good grandma. I love my kids, and they have no doubt about it.
That's right. You're
No
different.
doubt
You
about
are
it.
you. She is her. You're two
And
different people.
yeah, and I think that's what it was, Dee. You said it. Thank you. You're so wise. You always help me see through the clouds.
Thank you.
Yes.
I really
Clarity.
appreciate you saying that. You know, I wanted to be a psychologist, but my family wouldn't let me.
That's what my daughter says about my Isabella. She's a therapist, mom. She says that to me. She's gonna be our therapist.
I think my family was afraid that I would then start figuring them out.
Exactly.
You
That's what she does to me.
It's like,
She's a,
oh no, then she'd get
she's
us
uh
all figured out, and then what?
she's 14 going on 30. I mean, she's just so wise.
Oh, that's what I was too. I mean, people used to say, "How old are you?" You know, I'd be, and they'd say, "You sound like you're 35, but you can't be
And
that old."
my and my husband always plays oldies right on the in the car whenever we go pick him up, and they only listen to it once and they know the whole song. And it's like, I've been listening to this song my whole life and I don't know all the words, and they know the whole song. I'm like, how did they know that song?
A
Especially
lot of us have
the
been here
story.
before, sweetheart.
You know those songs with a story, it like Johnny, you know, or Laura. Tell Laura I love her. That's the one in our car, and she's always singing that song. Tell Laura, because it's Faith Nagi, right? Because we have a comedian in Hawaii is rap raplinger. Anyway, he has a song called Faith Nagi, but it's a song called Tell Laura I Love Her. But he uses the same tune. And anyway, that's why my husband put it in the car, and my two girls, they love that song. And there's another one about Johnny in the car. I guess he had a race and didn't make it. Do you remember that one? It's another old song. I swear to God.
Yes.
They know them all. See, I told you I don't really know these songs, but my granddaughters do. I'm telling you. I think we come back. If I think we have a choice.
Yeah, we
Maybe.
do. Dolores
I think we come
Cannon.
back.
That's her name.
Dolores
Dolores
Cannon. Yeah.
Cannon.
I like her.
Dolores Cannon.
I love
And
her.
the thing
I love
about her, she did regressions, and then she found she was getting other lives.
Yeah.
She was only expecting from this life, but then she found
Well, Edgar Casey
she was
talked about
getting
that.
people talking about their other lives. And then she found even that they were talking about between their lives what was
Yes.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what happens when you die. We already know. There have been people researching this for a long time. I had
I
what they
know.
call a near-death experience.
I've
I
had
know what
several.
happens.
I've had several.
So yeah, and I've had actually more than one. There's been dreams that I woke up. I was dying in the dream. I died in the dream.
Yeah.
We're not
I've had
supposed to be
those.
able to do
They're
that.
actually warnings. Did you know? Because sometimes it's a deja vu of something that might happen in real life. Because that's what happened to me several times. I'll have a dream and I'll wake up in a cold sweat, right? Because I didn't make it. But then I remembered my dream. I hardly ever remember dreams. But then the same thing will happen. And this time I'll do what I forgot to do in my dream and I'll live. That's happened to
Yeah.
me. Because, see, I was supposed to go to this job, right? And I wanted to go. I was supposed to start on October the 1st. My shift started at 9 o'clock. Do you know what day that was, right? October 1st, 9 o'clock. That was an hour before the helicopters came in. See, no one knows that though. See, oh, shut up, Darlene.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. See, I know what happened. I dreamt about it. that's when I woke up from knowing. I mean, something like that will really wake you up,
Well, I
especially
guess so.
when you know how you died, right? I dreamt how I died. I was in my car going to this job. I got carjacked right by the airport. They needed my car. I died on the side of the road. But my spirit kept going and I followed them. And I followed them through the whole thing. And I saw what they did. And I don't want to talk about it here because I don't want to say things that it's just a dream, right? It's a theory. Like I said, I don't want to get you in trouble. There's a
I'm
YouTuber,
already, I'm
but there's
already in trouble.
okay,
Go
well
for it.
there's a YouTuber. He talks all about it. It's the shooting that happened over at Mandalay Bay. I worked there. I opened Mandalay Bay.
So
So
that could have been you.
no, what happened, well, I figured it out. It took me a couple of years. What happened was when I first got hired for Mandalay Bay, before they were still constructing the building, right? We hadn't moved in yet. We were across the street. We were at ground zero. That's where I worked for 3 months, was ground zero, where all those people died. That's where my office was. So for some reason, it still affected that land, even though it hadn't happened yet. And I knew that, the guy that they blamed for the whole thing? I was in credit. I worked in credit. I set his lineup of credit. Yeah, I set
Wow.
him all up. I couldn't get him verified, so I turned his application down. We rejected him. Something was fishy, and he was saying he worked for the government, and we pull your credit report so we could tell what you do for a living. You don't have to verify what you do with us because we can find out what you do through other means. That's what our job is. We find out how you make your money and if it's legit, right? That was my job. I turned him down. And we had this other lady I clashed with because she didn't know the job. She didn't do credit before. She was brand new and she was an airhead. And I have to keep fixing her work. She kept messing everything up. Anyway, this guy knew it, took advantage of her, and long story short, he got a credit line. And that's what got him into the casino. I prevented that mofo from coming in. And fucking Susan let him in. That fucking bitch. I'm sorry. But when I add it all up, I almost prevented that guy from even checking into Mandalay Bay. But I quit right before it happened. Like, no, 9/11. Remember 9/11?
Yes.
Okay, so the lady that I worked with, that we were in those buildings with, the portables before Mandalay opened, right? This was during 9/11. She came from the Twin Towers. She worked with me. She said she hadn't got the job, she would have been there. It was crazy. I worked with a girl in the Twin Towers.
Wow. So
Bay.
basically, she worked there, but then got that job instead and moved over to
Yes.
that job, and
Yes.
so wasn't there.
Right. It was just so many
Wow. You know the
things.
stories about people who, why they were there and why they were not there are really very eerie.
I know. Well,
It
really
was
weird things.
definitely people
Weird
were there,
things.
were supposed to be there. They contracted for that.
Well, I used to get all these deja vus, and then I think we went to Hawaii one time. We were on Allegiant, and that airlines is not so great. And I just remember us getting. We were the first ones out of the airplane, right? You know, we got. We had a relative who worked for Allegiant, so she got us the first. So that's right by the door. Well, they couldn't close the door, D. It kept getting jammed. Anyway, we took off, right? We went by Kaina Point, was making a turn, bro. And I would see the rock because I used to live right. I mean, not live. I worked Kaina Point. So I know. Anyway, long story short, I think we died on that plane because when I got off the plane, everything was wrong. Because I had dreams that I went home, right? And I told you, my whole life I've had deja vus, right? I know what's going to happen before it happens. So I dreamt we went to go to eat ice cream, Haleiwa. They have a Baskin Robbins over there. And there was a tourist bus, right? With all the Japanese getting off to go eat Matsumoto shave ice. They were on the wrong side of the road. We never went to the ice cream shop. Everything was wrong. And then Leroy's brother died. And then his sister died. And ever since, I feel like, timelines were changed. So I feel like
They were.
especially this week too, I think something's going on again. Because I just have a feeling we're in another timeline, D. Like
I've been saying we are.
we're right next to the other one. Like we're in bubbles. I don't know how to explain it. Have you ever watched there used to be a series called what's it called? It talked about
Quantum Leap.
fractals. Huh?
Sometimes I wonder if I'm in an episode of Quantum Leap.
Yeah. Like Quantum Leap. What was it called? It was called something else.
Or Time Tunnel.
There was
That's way back there. Time Tunnel is a very old show.
Anyway, I can't remember what it used to be called, but it's like if you go right or if you go left, there's still a universe out there that you went left, when you're taking a walk.
It's the
There's a universe that I didn't take the walk and I was still scared and I stayed home, right?
it's the many Earths theory, and I've
Mhm.
subscribed to it most of my life.
What does it mean? What is that many Earths theory?
Many Earths theory is that basically, and I guess it's called other things to some people too, but basically it's the theory that we actually have a dimension started that
Matsumoto's.
we're in a different dimension every time we make a decision.
I know.
Sometimes we move farther, sometimes we make just small moves, but that there are all these Earths. I read a book a long time ago called All These Earths. I forget who it was
Well, there
by,
was the series.
but
It was
it
on
really
Showtime.
talked about that. It talked about how
Anyone remember
we
it?
really live in a multitude of Earths at the same
Yeah,
time,
sliders.
but they're kind of partitioned off and we don't know it. But we can move between them. But that's been brought up many times in many ways that exists, which is why we can move to a new timeline.
I think I have. But when we get there, what do? Can we go back to the old one? Can we slip back instead? Is going forward? I mean, I don't know.
I have
both
known
ways,
people
right?
that have slipped back into their old timeline.
Yeah.
Only it's not quite the same.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever go back to quite the same one because you're different now.
Right.
Even if you go back in time and see yourself as a child, talk to yourself as a child, that is a different timeline than originally, because originally you didn't do that. So you were in a different timeline.
Right. I know what you mean.
So every time you change something, you're in yet a different timeline. We changed something, I'm sure of it.
But this is what happened when my dad died. I had a dream every night of the same situation, but the same things didn't happen all. You know what I mean? It was like I was in the same place. Why do I keep coming here? I kept asking myself. And every time at the end of the dream, it always ended the same way. And I always ended up killing somebody with a knife in their face. And I don't, right? Every time. So I would like to, it was like every night it was my sister. We were in Oregon. Um,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Sliders. Sliders was another one that
Um,
was like that.
well,
Yeah.
she had a drug guy who was her drug dealer, right? She made a deal with him and told him that he could do whatever he wanted with me. Yeah. Didn't tell me about it, right? This was in my dream, okay, D? Because I don't want to, when it came to real life, it didn't happen, right? Because I had the dream so many times. I knew what I was going to do. So when it happened in real life, I just froze when he grabbed me, right? And I was in the kitchen when he grabbed me, and I had just found out that my dad was dying. Okay, D? So my brain was messed up, and my sister was doing coke. And this guy came over and he grabbed my pussy. Just grabbed it. And there was a knife in. And I told myself, who gives a shit? My dad's dying. I don't give a shit no more. And I chopped him up. Yeah, I did. And they took me
Wow.
away. That was the first dream I had. And then the second night, I ended up killing both him and my sister. And then I had a couple more dreams, and I was going to prison for a long time. Long time. But then when I finally did go to Oregon, right? And the guy came in and he grabbed my pussy. I knew he was going to do it. I just stood there, D. I froze. And everything in me wanted to kill him, right? I knew I could kill him. The knife was right there. But guess what I did? I let him go. I couldn't believe it. I let him do that to me. But I knew what was going to happen next. My sister was going to come out. It was like a movie. I knew like a rerun, huh, D? And that's what happened. But the thing that disgusted me the most is all the dreams I've had of all the stuff I did. I was so ashamed. I went to the bar. I got fucking wasted. I didn't give a shit. And went back home, and then my sister and that guy tried to get me wasted. I did all the coke, and then I killed them both, and then I went to jail. That happened for 2 weeks. So in real life, the guy did that to me. I ended up staying with my dad. I didn't go to anywhere, right? Because of all the dreams. Everywhere I went, I always ended up killing my sister. So I ended up just staying with my father and saying the only prayer I knew, the Lord's Prayer. And
There
then,
was another
yeah,
movie too, The
yeah.
Butterfly Effect.
Oh, yeah. This was more like that because I was changing people's lives. You know what I mean? Like, I killed my sister. That's horrible. So, anyway, at the end of it, the best thing to do, I figured out, was just to stay by my father and not leave his side and just stay by him. And whatever my sister did to me, I had to let her. I had to, and whatever her, the guy did, right? I had to let him. And that was the
Of course, you
hardest
didn't
part.
have to kill your sister. You could have just decked her and beat her ass really thoroughly, but
But I still see in my head, she's still my big sister. See, out of the 4 kids my mom had, I was the baby, right? So Tina
uh,
took care of me. So in my dream, well, this happened in real life. The one part of my dream that happened was she threw me across the room. She kicked me. And that's when I got up, grabbed the knife, and killed her, right? But what happened was the angels came, D. It's the first time I saw them. They were like wings. They came all around me and they were like rainbow wings. I was in awe. I couldn't be mad at her because I was freaked out about the angels that were around me. They came from the light of the sun. I don't know how to explain to you the angels came. The angels saved me, Dee.
Well, I'm glad that they did.
I would have went to jail. I would have killed her. 'Cause
Yeah,
I had
even
the
if you
dream
even if you beat her within an
over
inch of
and
her
over.
life, you would have
No, because I
probably had
couldn't
some
beat
kind
her.
of charges.
She's taller than me. No, I remember them. They were typing because it was a small town in Oregon. And in my dream, they were typing up my report, right? Yeah. I was going to jail for a long time. But I didn't regret it because she deserved it. But you know what? I didn't do it. She's still alive. She's in Oregon. And I didn't do it.
Right.
But you know what,
Yeah, I
Dee?
know. There were
There's
times
part of
when
me
I
that
had,
knows I'm capable of that. And that's what screwed me up. I know what I'm capable of now. And if any guy tries to rape me again, I will kill him. God knows it. I don't care. I don't care if I die. I'm going to take him with me. Yeah. Slowly. I'll make sure I twist
I
that.
probably wouldn't kill him. I'd probably just make sure that he couldn't do it again.
Yeah, that's what I did to this guy in my dream. I cut the olos right off. I know. Blood was everywhere.
I hope he doesn't bleed out. I hope he lives
I should
to
make a
regret it.
movie about it. Yeah, Dee, or write a book. I mean, no one would believe me anyway, so might as well just say it was fantasy, you know? I read too much Stephen King. You know
I
which
didn't
one?
read Stephen King. It was
Oh,
too
don't read
close.
Insomnia, okay? Don't read Insomnia. God. Okay, well, Insomnia. Is there any Stephen King over here? Did anyone read?
Hey, Dolly's opening a gate.
Yeah. Like walking in on your
See,
own
you're
parents.
not really a killer. You don't really want to kill people,
No, I
and you
don't.
chose not to kill somebody. And that just goes, and there were plenty of times that I
Well,
had
too
a
many
choice like
times I've
that
been
too, and I didn't kill somebody. So,
I think we've been victimized too much times, and you just get to the point where you're not going to be victim no more. Ever,
mhm.
I'm not going to be no one's victim. No, I don't care. I'm just not going to. Because I guess I was too hard on myself when I got raped. You always blame yourself. You always think that you could have done something to get out of it. So now, maybe that's why I'm so schizo, huh, D? Maybe
Maybe.
that's why, because I heard or read that whenever something horrible happens to you, you reinvent yourself. And maybe the voices in my head are just all the me's that I rejected
Yeah.
that weren't good enough. That I reinvented myself because I didn't want that part of, because I'm warning my granddaughters because they have the same habit I used to have when I wasn't perfect. I would just reinvent myself, or if something bad happened, I would just pretend that it didn't happen. And that's what they're doing. It. I caught Sophia doing it, and I told her that she has to face it and don't. I kind of just try to warn her, you know? And she was surprised that I knew what she did because they embarrassed her at school, right? During the class. And the whole class laughed at her, and she turned red and she was crying and she left. But the next day, she was fine because she did the same thing I would have done. She reinvented herself and erased everything, just almost like I did earlier. If you rewind the tape, you see how I wanted to get off of here, not face myself, and reinvent myself like it never happened. Ooh. Oh, D. What have I done to myself?
Forgive yourself too while you're forgiving people.
If I'm not perfect, I just pretend it didn't happen and reinvent myself.
You know who was really good at reinventing themselves? David. David was.
Yeah.
Changes.
Yeah, like
He'd
you.
reinvent himself
Yeah,
over and over and over
over
again.
and over because you're not satisfied. Like, okay, even crochet. If
I
I'm
did it
not
too. I did
satisfied
it
with
too.
a stitch, I'll
I
frog
would
the
become a
whole
new
thing.
person.
I don't care how many hours it was. I'll frog it till I'm satisfied with the stitch. Is that a symptom? Trauma symptom. My whole life's a trauma symptom. Dang.
Right.
Okay, well,
I know.
then
My whole life is basically based on traumas. A lot of it. Anyway, yeah. Is just most of my life. I figured that out at one point. Most of my life was just a trauma reaction. And when I realized that, I said, "Man, I got to get out of this.
yeah, like
I
taking
got to
care
get
of
out of this
people.
loop."
Right? Taking care of people, taking care of kids, taking care of cats. Yeah, those are all trauma symptoms. I read. Uh, when am I going to find
Well,
out
the
who I
thing.
really am? I'm
So
just a hooker, a happy hooker.
you're just a happy hooker.
That's really
You're
all I
happiest when you're hooking, huh?
am. Yeah.
When you're crocheting.
And when I get yarn, oh my God, they had a sale at Premiere today.
Yarn
$4
makes you
shimmer.
happy.
I know, though. $4 shimmer makes me happy.
$4 shimmer.
Yes. I love shimmer. Premiere has this beautiful
That's funny.
puzzle yarn. It's called shimmer because they put a little bit glitter in it too. It's really expensive. It's usually $12 a ball. I can't afford it, but today it was $4. I gotta show you a ball.
I got my glow in the dark yarn. I got one of the packs for $10.99, and there were 6 in there,
Oh, the
which is
green one is
really, really cheap if you think about it.
okay. This
No,
one is
not 6.
sold
There were
out.
5. So they're just a little over $2 a piece. Problem is they're really small, though.
This is the green shimmer. I don't know if you can see the glitter. Oh, so pretty.
I can't really see it that well, but kind of.
Yeah.
The plastic bags kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see it.
Well, I'm going to go show you. I made this really nice poncho out of it.
I think you showed me a purple one
No, it's not.
one time.
It's a blue one. There. Can you see that?
Ooh, that's really pretty. I love that.
That's made out of shimmer.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It has pockets too.
A chevron poncho.
Yeah.
It has pockets.
Yeah, I got it. See, it's
I
right here. The
want
sides,
one. I want
they're
a
hidden.
poncho with pockets.
See, look. Do you see the pocket from here?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, wait, right there, the side. You see, that's the
Yeah,
arm.
there.
There's a pocket right there. You could put your phone.
Mm-hmm.
See, you could put your phone in it.
Cool.
I know. I wish I could send it to you. Maybe shipping will be cheaper when Trump does something about shipping.
Shipping. I don't have any money right now either. Matter of fact, I don't know how the end of the month is gonna look.
Well, we gotta
I'm
pray
hoping
for
everything
you.
works out.
Let's manifest money. My
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Patreon, you're getting
manifest
it.
some money.
You gotta maybe a Patreon. Okay, Is that helping a little bit? Your Patreon? Not enough?
A little bit. It might. I haven't gotten any money from them yet.
Really? Because I've
It
paid.
has to be a certain amount before I get anything.
Okay. Because I don't know, D. I have all this stuff I could sell, but I have to pay for all this stuff before I could sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like
You know what? I have stuff I'm going to sell on Facebook Marketplace. I decided.
yeah, but have you heard all the nightmares about Facebook Marketplace? You better look
No.
into it, D. A lot of people got ripped off big time. I would hate to have that happen to you. So do your research because it's not worth it.
Well, what I'm going to do is the way I'm going to do it. It's going to have to be cash.
Yep, me too. If I sell any of this, has to be cash.
Going to
I
have to
don't
be
think
cash,
anyone's
honey.
gonna pay me cash for it. So
You're going to have to pay cash if you
do you
want
have
it, and
Nextdoor? Do you have an app called
or
Nextdoor?
it'll have to be PayPal, one or the other.
But D, do you have Nextdoor? An app called
No.
Next. Okay, so it like something that can connect you with your community, so that you can sell stuff that you wouldn't have to pay for shipping. You know that you could get cash for, like garage sales. You know.
You
But,
can do that through LetGo and
okay,
through Facebook Marketplace.
but then
You can say you have to come pick it up.
right. But then that,
And where I would do
so
it is
can
I would have
robbers.
them pick it up outside.
Yeah, you can't do that because then you're putting a bullseye on yourself. You can't do that. No. See, that's why I won't do it either. They have an indoor swap meet here. Thought maybe I could rent a stall, from the indoor swap meet. I don't know how much they charge. I can go put my stuff up there. But that's a
Maybe
lot
you
of
could do
work.
that, yeah.
It's a lot of work. I can't be on my feet because of my surgery that I had. And yeah, everything stops there with I can't be on my feet very long anymore. It sucks. But you know what? I have my limitations, but I can pull through it. And I'm just going to keep creating, right? And give it away. Can give it away to someone who needs it, right? Like you.
Well,
Love
thanks,
to
but
send you a blanket.
I think you
I
should
want to send you a blanket.
also sell. I think you should.
Yeah. Okay.
That is where that link right there, that paypal.me/Ocean Diana, is how you get money to me. So that's how you do that.
Exactly, Scotty.
Through
You're
PayPal
gambling
anyway.
on selling stuff, and it's a gamble. And I hate gambling. That's why I can live here in Vegas. I don't gamble. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't
I don't
either.
gamble at all.
I
That's why I
don't
worked
either.
in the cage. I worked with thousands of dollars all around me, but to me, it was like monopoly money. It's not mine. I don't want it.
Well, you know what? Where we come from, we don't use money.
Is that what it is?
Nobody uses. We use money
There's
here, but
casinos everywhere. How come I'm not out there trying to play? I don't know.
because you're not an idiot, you know better.
I people would have to give me money to gamble, and I would still not want to gamble their money and give it back to them all the time.
You know, Dolly, why are you so blue?
Oh, what's the?
I'm teasing her. I made her a mod.
Oh, she's
Dolly got
blue.
modded. She got wrenched.
Oh.
Dolly just got rinsed. I don't know how you weren't rinsed before, Dolly.
Yeah, I thought you were rinsed already.
Yeah, I thought you were. How did you not end up rinsed? I don't get it.
Maybe she's got a new phone. Did you get a new phone? It sucks being immobile.
Well, anyway, I
Yeah.
re-rinsed you.
I was. How's your? Didn't you break a? Was your foot or your arm? Double wrench. Double wrench me. Was it?
Sounds pretty kinky.
What was it that she broke her foot? Did she break her foot?
Broke her arm.
Her arm. Ouch. Was it the right one or?
It was a call to arms. She needed to arm herself.
Yeah, I need surgery
Rearm
on my
herself.
shoulder. I gotta have. It keeps going out of socket. I had one on this side, so I have to have the other on this side. That's why I can't like work at the store or like a grocery store. Whatever. My arms, I can't. They come right out of socket. It sucks.
I had a torn rotator cuff earlier this year.
Exactly. That's a torn
It
rotator
was
cuff.
horrific.
Yeah. I had 2 surgeries
Really
on my
bad
right
pain.
arm because it kept coming off, Well, when you get pounded by a big Samoan to the ground, like, well, that's how it came out the first time. I was 11 years old and got into a fight, and this girl was way bigger than me. But hey, that's the way it goes.
Hey, Elderberry. See this? This is comfrey cream. This is how I got through. This is how I got through a rotator cuff. A torn rotator cuff right here. This is the stuff. 100% pure comfrey, machine extracted. And I met a woman who was selling this at a flea market at Hartville.
No, they had to put a hook in my arm.
They put a hook in your arm.
Yeah, I got a hook in my arm.
So you are Hook.
Yeah, I got a hook.
You are Captain Hook.
My right arm holding it together is a hook. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But this I did.
How did that cream help your rotator cuff? That's crazy.
I put it where it hurt. This stuff.
Did it shrink it up?
Made of comfrey. If you look up the properties of comfrey,
okay,
it is also called bone knit.
See,
it's also called bone knit.
Bone.
And I was trying to tell people, I've been trying to tell Dolly about it, but
my left side
somehow it never cleared. But this is what I use. I have some of it. I ordered a case of this because I had to order a case of it in order to get it. Because the woman passed the business on to her son now. The woman that formulated this. A very strong Reiki. And I remember how it took the pain away a long time ago. And then I said, that's what I need. And I somehow found their information and managed to order a case of this stuff, of this pure comfrey cream. Let me tell you, comfrey will not only take the pain on contact away, but it also is called knit bone, and it will also knit back together your flesh. So it heals. It's how the Indians used to heal things. People used to think the Indians were using magic to heal things up as fast as they did. They were really using herbs, and I guess they were using some magic, but some of it's the
Well, they have
knowledge of
a lot of
herbs.
shamans. Yeah, they have a lot of
But
shamans.
this is pure comfrey. This is like better than you could even do if you were trying to do this at home through a regular
Ouch.
extraction,
Ah,
like a fat extraction method. So it's very strong and you don't need much of it. This much is all you need. You don't need to like, you
now
just need
black.
that much, which is practically nothing, right?
I have a big
And
dent in
it
my
will
leg
take
too.
pain right away.
I
And
got a Paula
almost
Homestead
immediately.
Road
And if
tattoo.
I hadn't had that, I don't know what I would have done. I would have gone nuts because it was during a holiday and we and couldn't get to the doctor and on and on. There was all kinds of reasons why I couldn't get anything done about it. But isn't that crazy? Now you know what? I told that story. I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to let you roll with it for a while. Just keep telling your story. Okay?
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go to the bathroom.
Okay, dear. Yeah, I gotta go. I'll be right back. I drank a lot of water.
Yeah, I got a lot of Tiger Balm, elderberry. I got
Yeah,
the
I
kind.
used Tiger Balm before. It's nothing compared to this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I can use. My husband used it on his sore muscles too after work. Want to see some more yarn? I got new yarn today. I got too much yarn, but it was on sale and it's so pretty. Gotta make more stuff. Hey, Richard. How's it going, Rich? Well, I gotta show you my new yarn. Since Dee went to the bathroom, I gotta show you this yarn I got. It's so pretty. I bagged it up. So pretty. Right here. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? It's got green, purple, blue. This one's called Jewel. Jewel. Got 3 of those for I think it was $5 for that. This one was $8. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Oh, it's cotton. It's got 546 yards. Got 3 for $8. Oh yeah. I think these were 3 for $7, I think. These were 7. Couldn't help it. And of course I got some lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, lolly, lolly. I love that lollipop. All right. I'm sorry. Just love lollipop. My jewel. My shimmer's on the way. Got some shimmer, shimmer, Cocoa Pops. Yeah. Oh, and this one is called Maui. Oh, isn't that pretty? I had to get it. It's called Maui. Yep. Maui no Ko'oi. See right here. Maui. Wait, you can see that. There. Oops. Oh. That's Maui. And my blanket. Oh. My shimmer. Love this shimmer. All right. Let's see what's everyone saying here. It's not really polyester. It's a mixture of acrylic, cotton, Polyester is kind of hot and it's not so soft. It's kind of, I like soft yarn. Oh, I know. This one's pretty too. Oh gosh, this one's really pretty. Oh, look at that one. Oh, it's like a teal color. Some, it's like silver in it. It's called Peacock. Just love it. But I need to go on a yarn diet. No more yarn. Yarn diet. I love you too, Chloe. Sorry, not better looking to look at. I didn't plan on coming on here. I could have at least did the decent thing and put some makeup on, but sorry about that. As soon as Dee gets back, I'll get off so you don't have to look at my mug. What'd you say? Oh. I know those ponchos, I made a red one, a blue one, and a turquoise one. I want to make a green one. I don't know. I thought I'd make some cocoon. It's like a pullover sort of, just when it gets cold. Thought maybe these would sell if I sold them, I don't know. I wish I could open up a school or something and teach people how to crochet. Have all this yarn so they could crochet with it. Would be great. But then there'd always be someone to take advantage and steal your yarn and spoil it for everyone. Yep. Because good things can't last forever, right? Trying to read you guys' lucky thing I have 2 tablets. Yeah, please come back, Dee. Oh, thanks, Black. Ain't bad for 54, huh? Could be worse. So it's a full moon tonight. Is it a blood moon? Is it a full moon? Because when I saw it earlier, it was huge. I'm not sure it's kind of still light outside, so I couldn't tell if it was totally full. But I heard it was a blood moon. You know what they say about blood moons? Oh, I gotta get my... Well, we could smoke to that, huh? Oh, I think this is not the one I'm supposed to smoke during the nighttime, though. I think this is my sativa. Uh-oh. Time is, it's almost 9:45. Boy, she really had to go to the bathroom, huh? It's not till the 15th. Okay. It's a beaver moon. And a beaver moon. Ah, that's funny. Ah, you would know. You're born year of the cock. I'm born year of the dog. Oh, it's 9:44 here. It's really half past the monkey's ass and quarter to his balls. Yep. Hurry up, D. Yeah, Richard wants you back. Baby, come back. You could blame it all on me. All right, so Tulsi, hey, she's gonna be what? In something about intelligence for Trump, huh? Yeah. And what's that guy from Fox News? Or I guess he wasn't from there. Boy, they're all CNN is just turning over, man. They can't believe it. Oh, there's D. Is D back?
I'm back now.
Yay! Okay.
My God. Okay, I just got confirmation on that clearing I did.
Yay!
Uh,
It all came out. And then some.
oh my
and the boot.
God.
Did the front door too? Did the front door come out too?
This kitchen sink and everything. Kitchen
Hey,
sink and the whole 9 yards. Holy cow. See, now that happens to me when I do healing. Sometimes I wasn't quite prepared. And sometimes it's very sudden. So I went in there.
There, Richard, she's back, Rich.
Quick leak,
okay.
And instead the bottom fell out. Like, it's like, and the bottom dropped out. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, Scotty was born in 69. Okay, that makes sense. Did I go to the shops, Steve? I had to swim all the way back. Yeah, we got a super moon coming up Friday. I'm going to try to be on Friday. Thank you for coming on, Hook. Yes, it gave people something to watch while I was swimming the English Channel on the way back. Sometimes when I do a healing or something, that happens. It's like all of a sudden, it's like that's why I sometimes call that the releasing room. I released something too. That clearing was for me as well, obviously. But yeah, it really was. And I think they're probably going to notice it in Cambodia. It's oh my God. Yes, it was a heck of a clearing. It was a heck of a clearing. That happens. It's one of the embarrassing but funny things that happen to me. Yep, the bottom just dropped right out. That happens. And it's like, I don't know why it should surprise me anymore. My body has a tendency to mirror what I'm doing in the other world. So sometimes it'll do things like that. I should never be surprised at any of it. You have a lump in your forehead and a hole in your tooth. I think they put things in your teeth. I think they F up your teeth. I know that a lot of people have trouble with their teeth that are truthers. They'll start to have trouble. I am told that your teeth are very vulnerable to attack by the EMF weapons, that you will have problems with your teeth. Yeah, I knew Scotty would have something to say about the Beaver Moon. I almost got a job as a craft instructor. If I didn't have my mother to take care of, I could have done that. What does intend like the wind? It's just one of my catchphrases now. Intend like the wind, it's me like run. Let's take it and run with it. Well, we put our intentions into something and run with it. We've got a little bit of daylight now that Trump has won. This gives us a little bit of a little spot of daylight to run through. And so we should decide what we want. This is a time when the balance is more in our favor. And we should take that and run with it. So what do you want? I mean, what you want? What you want with the money and the honey that you want? I liked the Beastie Boys. Every morning there's a halo hanging over. Well, anyway, you know what? Write it on the mirror. There's a woman who she like made a lot of money telling people to do this, to write on the mirror, I am enough. I guess one of our biggest self-limiting beliefs is we're not enough. Somehow we're not enough. We're not beautiful enough, thin enough, rich enough, young enough, whatever, smart enough, whatever. And she actually has she did a book, I guess, on it too. I can't remember her name, but yeah. She says, write on the mirror in lipstick, I am enough, so that you see it every day. But what I would do is I'd put a sign up, I am enough. You, you want a full beaver moon more than twice a month. Okay, Scotty. I miss the Beastie Boys. Right. While looking at herself, I am enough. I am beautiful enough. I'm smart enough. Yep, I am enough. I'm smart enough. I'm beautiful enough. I'm everything enough. I'm enough. I don't have to be more than I am. I am. That's that's enough. I just am. Worthy enough. There's another one. Yeah, enough. And you're not your mother. That's right. And you're not your body. But your body is a perfectly, it's a nice machine, right? Your body is a nice interface. We need them to interface this realm. It's good to have a healthy one and to keep it in good repair and everything. But the truth is, you are not your body, you're much larger than that. $11.55, that's an interesting number. I wonder what that is looked up. All of us had a really funky childhood, as far as I can tell. And people tell me these things because somehow they trust me. Well, maybe that's because they know I won't hurt them. I won't use it to hurt them. So, but people tell me these things about themselves, and honestly, all of us doing this kind of work, pretty much all of us had an effed up childhood. Had some very effed up things happen to us. Really bad. Bad shit. And had that, I had I called it reruns when I was a kid. I'd always dream what was going to happen the next day. It drove me completely up the wall. It drove me nuts. I always had dreams about what would happen, and I would try and change it. Eventually, I said, I can't live this way. I found a way to turn it off. Oh, yes, Mr. Wonderful was on earlier. Richard. Richard! You guys know about silent letters, but do you know about invisible R's? Richard has like a whole bunch of invisible R's in his name. Richard. Yeah, a cowboy right now, he's out in the hallway. He was up here on the bed, but I think he cleared out when I had to run for the bathroom. He's like conked out in the hallway here. It's probably nice and cool too, because there's a breeze in the hallway. There's a nice draft. Are you enjoying that, baby? Oh, you are awake. You are awake. How come you're not up here where they can see your beautiful face? Richard misses you. He asked about you, Mr. Cat. He just gave you a great big yawn when I told him that. Yeah, he asked about you. Richard wants to see you. But you're a cat. Okay. I get it. He'll be up when he's darn good and ready. People tell me all kinds of weird things about their life because they know I'm not going to hurt them. Well, you're an alien dragon. You're just an alien. That's no big deal. You're just an ET of some kind, right? A hybrid. Has the temperature cooled down? Yeah. It's cooler here now. It's somewhere in the 50s, upper 60s. No, he's now eating. He decided he's going to eat and drink some water. He has to do all that in order to make an appearance. He'll probably be back up here before too long. Cowboy, people want to see you. Well, now he's got to do a big long stretch. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes, Mr. America. Here he comes, Mr. Wonderful. Here he comes, that cat you adore. Here he comes, always getting belly rubs. Here he comes, always wanting more. Here he is. By your command. No. At your request, by special request, it's Mr. Cowboy. Yay! There he is. Oh, he loves when I sing to him. He loves it. He'll sit there like this. He'll be there like, yeah, that's me. He's singing about me. It's all about me. She loves me. Mommy loves me. Yes, your adoring fans wanted to see you, Mr. Cat. Can I have your autograph? Can I have your potograph? Can we all have your potograph? Hmm? I should sell potographed pictures. We're going to have to sell your feet pictures. He's got lovely toe beans, you know. He got lovely toe beans. We're going to have to sell his feet pictures. Right? You ready for that, cowboy? Yes, Kitty's he loves bacon too. Yes. Oh, you're a bacon that loves dragon. Wait, you're a dragon that loves bacon. What did I say? And the bacon loves you back, I guess. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. And we get to see his face, not his ass, yes. Not his tailless ass. Yes, he is a handsome boy. Yes. Ah, Richard's sending you hugs. Richard the Red is sending you hugs, Mr. Cat. Now he's gonna relax and get his belly rubbed and his back rubbed, and okay, now he's just going to luxuriate in all the love you're throwing his way. See, he's like, yes, and I deserve it all because I really am that wonderful. Cats have absolutely no problem believing that they're good enough, right? We really need to pay attention to them. We need to learn from our cats, right? That we're, we need we need to learn from our kitties, don't we? We need to learn from them that we're good enough because kitties always believe they're good enough, that they should get all the pets and all the love and everything. Hmm. Good for you, Richard. Richard? Hmm. Aw. A couple dozen Manipuas from him. What is that? You know what? And that's interesting. And someday I'll have to show you pictures of him when I first got him. But he's actually euthaned. They told me when I got him, they told me he was about 8 years old. That was about 3 years ago. I think that was 2 or 3 years ago. He actually looks younger now than when I got him and acts younger. He's actually aging backwards. He's lost weight. I put him on good food. I put him on food that wasn't poison. Best food I can afford. I recommend Crave. It has what they need in it. Crave kibble for the kibble, and then he gets various kinds of wet food. But when I first got him, he was sick, very slow, very couldn't climb hardly. He Now he's lost weight, he's more active, he climbs. Now he's climbing. Now I have to watch because he's climbing all over the place. And likes to spend time at the top of my easy chair looking out the window. So he's actually probably more like 10 or 11, but he looks better than he looked when I got him. Yes, he's very healthy looking. All it takes is love and decent toxin-free food. I don't know what Manipuas are. Thank you. He looks healthy. Well, thank you very much. I've worked on that because, like I said, I felt sorry for him. His other mommy didn't. The neighbor who had him before me didn't know anything about cats, and she wasn't feeding him. She was feeding him 9 Lives, which is crap. And he was very, 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 very chunky. I mean, he was very chunky. And he was missing half his teeth. And I know that if he'd have gone to if he'd have gone to the shelter, like they were taking him to the shelter. If he'd have gone to the shelter, he would have died there. That would have been it. He never would have gotten home. But fate brought him to me. The cat redistribution system does work. And I decided to take a chance. Yeah, you know what? I had many cats who would like to sit on my shoulder. Actually, as I'm in bed, he often puts his feet on my shoulder and lays like that, like he's standing on my shoulder, almost. Oh, okay. What do you think this is, Springfield or something? I may live in Ohio, but at least I don't live in Springfield. Yeah. No dumplings out of Cowboy. God, that'd be terrible. And miss the white belly? I'd really miss that white belly. Oh, and there he turns over again. He's gonna do the flop and roll so mommy can pet his pet his belly some more. You're a little far over though. I'm afraid you're gonna fall off the bed, silly cakes. Gonna roll right off the bed when you roll. Yes, you just love that. You asking mom. You saying, Mom, when you gonna go to bed? When we gonna when we gonna get cuddle up and go to sleep, Mom? What you want. I know. He loves it. Hmm. Um, my little kitty, he has to have his crave. And then lately he's having his pate, his Myers brand kitty cat pate. So he gets a nice big cup of crave, and then he gets half a can of some kind of wet food. And he likes, I would say he likes chicken probably the best. He likes bird meat. First year I had him, he ate turkey like a mofo. I didn't quite have his food figured out yet, what I was going to feed him. And I was feeding him real food. And turkey. He ate a lot of turkey. You were full of turkey that night, weren't you? Oh yes. He was a big round Thanksgiving turkey himself. You're so pretty right now. I love the way you look at me. He's looking at me with the soft eyes. He's like, I love you, mommy. Pet my belly. Look at that. How can you resist petting that little marshmallow Manx mellow belly? That little mellow belly there. Little fluffy belly. He says, all the love and all the belly rubs you can give me, I'll take them all. He never gets tired of it. He never does. You know, he will not eat sardines. He'll eat tuna, but he won't eat sardines. You know, I've heard about that. There are cats that really like pumpkin. I had a cat that loved broccoli. Don't ask me why, but he would eat broccoli. He ate broccoli stumps. You know how you cut off the stems of the broccoli and put them aside, and he would get up and he would tear into the broccoli stems, which is fine with me. The Kalohi kid, airborne ossicola, osceola. I don't know how to say that. Kalohi. There should be a cowboy channel. I've thought about that. Yeah, well, you know, it kind of makes sense. Ah, maybe Maui does sometimes, huh? Visit you. Maybe. She visits me. You know, my cat Maui, she loved comfrey leaves. She would eat a whole, I mean, there was a guy I knew had a comfrey plant and the leaves would be like a yard long. Huge. She would come up and steal a comfrey leaf and she would just chomp down the whole thing. And I mean, the leaf was longer than the cat, but she loved them because, and then she'd go run around like a kitten. Because comfrey is a healing plant and she had some problems. She had pain. But yeah, comfrey is a healing plant. She probably felt great, you know? Probably took all her pain and everything. I've never tried him on eggs. I wonder how he'd go for eggs. He probably would like eggs. But I know he likes turkey and he likes chicken. He likes bird meat. Yeah, that's pretty much. I wonder what they eat. The Manx come from the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man, that's why they're called Manx. And strangely enough, Paul's family comes from the Isle of Man also. But yeah, that's where the term Manx comes from. He's a Manx cat from the Isle of Man. You'll try anything 3 or 4 times if it doesn't kill you, right, Scotty? If it doesn't kill you the first 3 or 4 times. If it doesn't kill you at least the first 3 times. Ah, ah, really? Seafood mix were pretty good, huh? He'll eat seafood mix, but he really seems to prefer the chicken and something. Chicken and whatever. But he's a happy cat, and I can tell he is like one of the happiest cats I know. He is always purring. He is the way he sleeps so unafraid, like he'll sleep with all 4 feet in the air on his back. He'll fall asleep with his feet hanging up in the air. Ah, that's funny. The X is for axing off the tail. I don't know. Um, oh, like prawn cocktail? Now, see, Dolly, Manxes are born with um, very short tails. Some of them have no tail at all, nothing. He has 1 vertebra, has 1 tailbone. It's just barely there. So he has just 1 little vertebra. Some of them have 2, but to be a Manx, considered a Manx, they can have no more than 3 tail vertebrae. If they have no tail vertebra, they're called a rumpy. If they have 1 or 2, they're called a stumpy. So he's a stumpy. He is. He is a very, 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 very mellow cat. No, he doesn't go outside ever. He's a strictly indoor kitty. He I know that he must have been born outside though, because when it rains, he goes for shelter. As soon as he hears it raining, he goes for shelter, and that's an outdoor cat type of thing. So he was probably born outdoors. However, I don't think he's been outdoors since he was a kitten. Well, according to some people, according to the songs, I guess, the Manx kitty got his tail caught in the door when the ark door was closing. The door of the ark was closing, and the Manx kitties, they were late. They just barely got on in time. So goes the story. Well, that's funny thing. He has no tail, so we gave him one. We've been telling his tale. Yeah, Manx cats, yeah, he's kind of a rare kitty. You don't see too many of them, but there are a few here and there. If I jump, I'd knock myself out. Okay, Chloe. Yeah, the Manx's Tale of Lost Tales. There you go. Were you late for the Ark? Still, they were luckier than the unicorns. The unicorns didn't make it at all. I guess, according to the song, the unicorns didn't make it. But we know that they exist, so you guys are so funny. I love my new tapestry. I just really enjoy my new tapestry. I'm so glad that I put that one up. I got it a long time ago. I'm really happy I put that up. It's really given me the right vibe. Yeah, the clearing. Yeah, honestly, that is a side effect of doing clearings for me. It always was. I'd go to Reiki share and it'd be the same thing. It'd be, do some healing and have to run to the bathroom. It's just like, here, you're releasing. You're going to release it. Everything is releasing. Goodbye. Yeah. Ah. Oh, yeah, Woo Writers. Well, I hear about that. I hear about SOR. Yeah. Um, I hope that this place is kind of a haven for y'all and that we always have a nice, safe place where you can come and actually kind of have a fellowship, almost like a church. It's not a church, but you need to be around people like you, even though there's nobody quite like you. People are way nicer here. Well, that's good. We don't allow bullies here. We don't allow them. We don't allow it. Uh, what? Your dogs and your friend were pissing on your drum kit? That's not allowed. Yeah, I know. Oh, your friend was pissing on your drum. How in the hell? Dolly, that isn't even right. Not a good friend. Oh, geez. Trying to read chat. Chat is its own animal, I tell you. It's really its own. I do try to decipher all of the stories going on in chat, and there's almost as many stories as there are people. For those of you who aren't in my chat live, you're really missing it because there's bunches of little stories going on all through the chat. And they're all different. It's like everybody's telling a different story, and I'm getting bits of it from it. It's really funny. They all kind of fit together in a weird way. They all kind of somehow fit together. Angel wings. Well, Dolly, Dolly was saying something about she found her friend pissing on her drum kit, and I'm like, that's like a kicking in the butt offense. You sleepwalk in a strange place. How you doing, Angel? Well, damn, Dolly. That ain't right. Oh, yeah, me too. You know what? I used to be a reader. I was an avid reader. I would read, 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 read. And these days, it's just not like that. It takes me forever to finish a book. Oh, well, it is, we are getting ready for a powerful full moon, which the orb of it would be like 3 days before, 3 days after. We're in the orb of it. And we are also heading up to, I believe it's like on the 19th. Pluto is coming into Capricorn for the last time, and then it goes out to, it's going on out to Aquarius. That's going to be interesting. So we're going to see Pluto come into Aquarius for the last time in our lifetime, in our probable lifetime, later in the month, and then it's going to leave, and then that's going to be the end of it in that sign. But then I have my Venus is in Aquarius. So it's going into my Venus sign. We'll see what happens there. It's a big beaver moon. It's a big beaver supermoon. Scotty is really stoked about it being a beaver moon because he loves that. Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to come in tonight. You thought you needed a sweater, then you had a hot flash. Oh, really? These fish changed its species. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Went from a betta to an algae eater. Still trying to figure out how that happened. Really? I used to call people dudettes. Dudes and dudettes. Oh, well, I don't want very much in Uranus really at all. I'm not really into that. Yeah, maybe he's just a headbanger fish. Maybe that's why he keeps bumping into his tank, bashing his head on his tank. Really? Well, that's cool. Well, that's what you do on a Tuesday, isn't it? That's what I always used to do on a Tuesday. Is a sword ceremony with a rainbow titanium sword on two burial mounds and unbinded them all and set them free from everything. That was a Tuesday. Right. I think that's great. I used to do crazy shit like that too on a Tuesday, on any day, on a weird, any given weird day. Yeah. You're doing the same kind of shit I was doing. That's kind of funny. Uh-oh, the countess is counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if she counts some more. Lots of new little dragons, big dragons, medium-sized dragons. Oh, he's like Hecklefish. Mm, Hecklefish. I've been rocking back and forth tonight. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Hook got hooked up and killed her sister and sister's trashy boyfriend. It wasn't that big of a deal though. Yeah, Chloe the Countess on Sesame Street. Yep, F around and find out, folks. Don't F around with the hook. She's got a hook in her arm, you know. Yeah. Isn't that is so cool in a way. You've got a hook in your arm. They had to put your arm together with a hook. That's something. Do not grab hooks. Yeah, you're looking for death if you do that. Yeah, don't grab anything on hook. As a matter of fact, you're looking for death. You're asking for it. Yes. Well, there you go, Angel Wings. Maybe you did. Of course, with Native American giants. How could I have not guessed that? Okay, hang on. We got to hear about it. Get in here and tell us. Get in here and tell us about it. A candy girl, not a cinnamon girl. Oh, got to move around my back. My back. Yeah. Trauma Rama Ding Dong. Yeah, knock 3 times on the ceiling. Well, yeah, that was my mom. She liked Tony Orlando and Dawn. When she visited me, she had to knock 3 times on the ceiling. She was a character. She was always a character. Always a character. Now, if I hear 3 knocks on the ceiling, I'm gonna know she's trying to get in touch. 1, 2, 3. Chloe just went to pee. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hook is always playing hooky. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, how are you?
I feel like throwing up. I'm barely here. I gotta hold my rock. I gotta hold my. No wonder they told me to take rocks.
Hold on tight to your rocks.
Well, I suppose I could go on. I look terrible though, because I've been driving for 12 hours plus.
12 hours.
Yeah, I came back tonight from Kentucky.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. You were in Kentucky. And you're finally home. How's it feel to be home?
Hello. And see, my mission was I got a whole bunch of rocks, but at the moment I have this one.
Oh. Now that really rocks. Hold that up again.
Well, let's see if I can figure this out. Yeah.
Yep,
Is it
that
10
rocks.
pounds?
That's pretty nice rock. What kind do you say it? Do you think it is?
I'm not really sure.
Some kind of biology. Looks like it got burned on the top. Oh, you know what? It might be a piece of scorched Tartarian building.
It might even be part of a giant because it came out of the same area where all those burial mounds.
Yeah, it might even be.
Oh, I didn't even realize that there's tons of quartz in it. I'm just now looking at it. I haven't looked at it very thoroughly. Ooh, I can't even pick it up. I was just looking at the bottom the whole time. I didn't look at the sides. Holy cow.
My boobs, on the other hand, I got enough for a couple of people. Yep.
Well, I think most of those rocks are like petrified giants.
I would not. You know what? Roger was saying today on his show, I finally caught a live over there. He was showing off a rock and he said, "This is absolutely a lung. This is one that's supposed to be like a meteorite from space." He says you can tell that it came in from space because of the way that it was burned, and the way it was burned, it was partly metal and was magnetic. So he says that happens when they come in like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was holding a lung from outer space. And so I was teasing him about the lung from outer space.
Well, no, see, this is grounding me to the mountain. This is grounding my butt very, very good. It's a different.
That's good.
Yeah, I've been hanging on to it to ground for a while now, and as soon as I got home, that's the first thing I started to do, and my stomach is finally starting to feel a little better. I think when I did that ceremony, I had residual bad energy from releasing all those souls and stuff and releasing them all. Some of them clung on. I finally got rid of some. I finally got rid of the
Oh,
rest.
yeah, you got rid of the Klingons. Okay.
Yep. All of us trying to hang on. I got cleansed them out and let them free.
Yeah, I just did a clearing and then I had to go to the bathroom. It's one of my side effects. I just did a clearing for Hook and everybody else who was interested, and then I had to go to the bathroom and the bottom just dropped out. It's weird how my body will mirror stuff that I do in the etheric plane. But I must have gotten rid of some stuff too then. That must have been from me too.
Mm-hmm.
You gave Lori from A7 a lung rock? Oh, cool. Yeah, we got a bunch of organ rocks around here, I'm sure.
Oh no, off the hook, I'm a professional. That's what I do. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm an angelic descendant. I have actual seraphim in my DNA. Some of the giants and seraphim are connected, and I got all of that in my DNA. I'm literally connected to archangels directly.
And supposedly I am too. As a matter of fact, when I get out of my body and I go to see my giant friend, I get as tall as he is, which is pretty tall.
For me being pretty short physically, my etherical form is huge.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. I have, oh my God, penis rocks. Penis rocks. Here's the thing, you guys. Somebody has a picture of the backside of Mount Rushmore. Honest to God, it looks like a freaking penis on the side of the mountain.
That's hilarious.
So on the backside of Mount Rushmore is this giant penis. I'm like, whoa.
Oh,
Okay, that's interesting.
hey, you want to talk about synchronicities? The whole time I was walking up to the burial mound to do that, there were two, but we initially found the first one, the small one, and we kept circling it, wanting to get to the other one. And they said, no, we have to do this one first. So what I did was I cut up bindings from all the vines, because there's vines growing around the trees, literally all the little trees and saplings around the burial. So it signified me cutting ties and cutting bindings of my own as well. So I was literally freeing others as well as myself.
Yeah, that happens. It seems like we do that a lot.
Yeah, so I unlocked
We do that. We do something for us, and it's for everybody else too. And now I just build that in. I just ask for it to be for everybody. Paul does too. He says, and multiply that so that everybody can benefit. And but that is I have had more than one reading tell me that, yeah, I'm an angelic soul, but the angels were older than humans.
Mm-hmm.
And so had a big history before humans showed up. And from Michael's line,
Yeah.
which is also the line of Jesus, interesting,
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which,
or Sananda.
oh, you'll find this fascinating. I unlocked things for Matt too. See, Matt from Tennessee Bigfoot, the people that I went to see, he's like my twin angel counterpart. Literally, I resonate a lot with Sandalphon, and he resonates with Metatron. So literally, we're like twinsies.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot to do. Metatron was one of my guides that came in early on. Saint Germain and Michael, of course, shows up to so many of us.
Mm-hmm.
And Saint Germain is all over. I mean, he's right now. There's a lot of transmutation going on right now. We really need to, for a lot of these events, we need to keep in mind, yeah, the violet flame. Think about what you want to happen. There's a lot of people talking about all this terrible stuff that's happening. I am getting some info in. Somebody's going to try. They're going to try and off more than just Donald. They want off Kennedy as well. Somebody's making plans. As a matter of fact, they would love it if they could get them all together. But it isn't going to happen the way they think it is. Nothing's ever going to happen the way they think anymore, ever. We can intend a whole different, see, we can get up above that. We can get to where they try and it exposes all kinds of shit, right? That's what I'm intending. It's like, yeah, there's somebody trying to plan that, but then they try, they fail, and instead of hurting anybody, all kinds of bullshit gets exposed that we didn't know before. That's what I'm keeping in mind. I'm also keeping in mind that they're going to see the value in marijuana and mushrooms and stuff, and that Kennedy doesn't come in and try to do anything. I don't think he will, though. There's been studies done, though, about the effectiveness of mushrooms and stuff on certain kinds of trauma and on certain kinds of conditions. And I don't think they're going to do that. But yeah, we got more storms brewing. We're gonna need to send the situation love again. And we need to calm down Mount St. Helens. Mount St. Helens is threatening to blow. I don't know if we can calm the whole world down, but we might be able to calm it down on our continent.
Yeah.
So
My cat's talking to them all. It's so funny. He recently started talking to the dragons directly. He'll like meow for them and try to find them when they're hiding. He like calls them out or something.
cool. We can slow the roll. Well, we'll switch timelines again, yeah.
I think there's a very, very big swapperoo going on right now is probably a lot of my issue too.
Well, yeah, we're in the 1111 portal right now. We're in the 1111 gateway. So we're going somewhere. Thing is where do we want to get dropped off next? Full moon is Friday.
Yeah,
So where
well,
do we want to get dropped off? I want to get dropped off in an even better one. And
I
then we'll
just
go
want,
on to an even better one.
I just want my, I just want my shit straightened out right now. I feel like floating off into La La Land. I think I already did. Woo! I'm getting surrounded by my cats. I got everything trying to keep me centered. Well, I even made contact with one of the redheaded giants, George. Oh, that I think that's who's here right now, or one of the dragons is channeling him anyway. Maybe that's the ancient energy he senses. There is a George the giant, that redheaded giant that's connected to me. And I made connections to the galactic dragon.
Hmm. Well,
And
Azor is been kind of quiet lately. Azor is my giant guy. And he has something to do with the portals. I think he's really busy with the portal system. He has something to do with the portals, the transportation system, which means he's family. My family deals with the portal system, coming and going, transit. I guess my family's the transit authority. But since you're releasing all the souls and energies and stuff, you must be, yeah. Well, that just means, yeah, you are in my family, probably.
probably.
That's the kind of thing I do too. So that's the kind of things we do. And we make portals and we take portals down. We close them and open them.
Yeah.
We usher people and energies on.
Drop me off at the library.
Yeah.
I am a library.
Yep. Yeah, we are actually. Okay. But I keep seeing something bubbling under the water. And I'm not seeing it as much now. What? You know what? He literally just waved at me. He literally just waved at me and said, "Hey, you're not rubbing my belly. You're supposed to be rubbing my belly, honey. You think I'm laying here looking cute just for no reason?
Right?
I'm here for
And
my belly
Adam's over
rubbing."
there. Hi. And then I got mine over here suddenly all up in
Mhm.
my business. They're so happy to be home. It's like they never left. They just hunkered down and instantly at home.
They slapped you with fines during evacuation. We've got to intend that Dolly's going to get away clean. She's not going to get any kind of shit from that. That's terrible. I would complain to somebody. I'd get a lawyer or something. Dolly, that's awful.
Ooh, maybe George was trying to say hello to Black Dragon.
Yeah, I keep. Hmm. 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 All right. Sending Dolly some energy so she can keep hold of her place. Don't let the assholes have Dolly's place. That's terrible, Dolly. I'm going to ask that that works out just fine for you somehow, that you actually end up better off somehow. Hmm.
That's crazy.
They're fining you. Oh my God.
Just for
They're
being gone a week, thank God it's nothing happened in my place. I was gone almost 2, and I didn't evacuate. I just simply went on vacation.
Hmm.
Oh, hi. Here comes my buddy. I better scoot my rock over here. The kitty wants a spot. He's
Damn.
not going to be happy, though. They get kind of rough in the kennel on the way, you know.
Scotty thought he was heading for a big omelet in the sky. What? Okay, I missed something. Obviously, it's hard not to miss things in this chat. Like I said, this is like a bunch of different stories going on all at the same time. This is like trying to watch three or four or five different movies, and trying to follow the plot of them all. That's what chat is like. There's like at least 5 movies going on in chat right now.
Well, I wanted to be able to share more, but oh my gosh, I tell you what, that was an amazing adventure that I went on. I even got a picture of one of the Bigfoot.
You did good, groovy. We want to see it.
Heck yeah, I got a picture of the one that was hanging out with me, the youngest girl, the youngest female that was around. She really liked me a lot,
Cool.
and then I found out why. Because I'm a unicorn. My etherical form is a unicorn seraphim, so it's a unicorn with tons of wings and some
Um,
dragon stuff in there. And yeah, my etherical form. So she that's why she really liked me, because I was a unicorn with wings.
Lewis thought you said a big foot pick, and he's into feet. I'm kidding, Lewis. We're getting on your case, okay? It blame it on Scotty, okay? We're the
They got a Bigfoot picture. Of course, it's hard to see. You got to really use your third eye and your imagination to figure it out, but it's there. I blew it up and made it a little bigger too.
And Scotty says Lewis is into big hairy feet. No. Oh my God, Scotty.
What in the
Yeah,
world?
so you're a unicorn dragon angel.
Yep.
Yeah, me too, somehow. I don't understand that.
Well, I think that's we're able to shape shift into the energy we use, and that's what I use the most.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
think
what.
so. We're shapeshifters. I know that. I know
Yeah,
we're shapeshifters where we come from. We
and
can literally turn into anything we need to.
yeah, and so I tend to. What do you tend to be a unicorn with? What in the world are you doing? My cat just crawled under the blankets and he's digging around. One of the babies must have went in the
Hairy
blanket.
feet means you have good cholesterol. Well, I don't know what that means. I don't have very much of anything. My body is not got very much body hair. Now, Scotty gets led around by his unicorn as well. He says he often does. Yes, I bet you do. Um, Only I'm not as much unicorn. I am more griffin.
Yeah.
I'm like a cat. I'm like this cat dragon angel. But then sometimes you'll see me and I'll just be a person-shaped form of light that throws light rods. When I throw a rod of light, it lights up a whole area. It's almost like it's like a light bulb. And it just throws light all over the place. And strangely enough, they look exactly like these selenite rods, almost exactly like the selenite rods that I got, the selenite wands. I've got two selenite wands that look exactly like the wands. If you saw me as a superhero, I would be a person-shaped figure made out of bright light, and my weapon would be I would be throwing these light wands, these light rods. And then I can also like cause lightning and stuff. I can, but then I have also turned into this cat dragon thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. Ah, what I am in other places, what we are in other forms in other places. We have big souls. What can I say? Not just big feet, but big souls. Ah, your toes just got hooked. What? What? And hook, you can never have too much bacon. There you go. Black Dragon is sure that bacon is the answer to everything in life. Bacon is love, bacon is life, right? So you guys make me happy. Really. You make me laugh.
No, I had so much bacon during my visit. I bought one of those big packs of ends and pieces. Man, that sucker's expensive. It was $10, but it's like the best bacon ever.
Really? Good.
It, I had bacon for 3 days.
Bringing up the toes again. See, I told you, cowboy. The way we make our first million is selling your feet pictures. Your little toe beans. That's where the money is. We're going to get him an OnlyFans for kitty cats. A kitty cat OnlyFans site. Yeah, because he's such a handsome cat. I know that all the ladies will be swooning over him. Anyway, you got a numb toe? Oh, gosh. A pic of a cat riding a unicorn. Well, there you go. Well, at least it wasn't a picture of a cat riding a cock. I mean, rooster. But anyway. Oh, cannibals. Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
well,
Cannibals.
I'm gonna have to dive out. I am so tired. I'm gonna pass out because I got here and
Well, I'm
man,
glad you're back, and I'm glad you came in. And
yeah.
we want to see the pics, and we want to hear more, but you do need some rest, and I need some rest too. I love you guys, but I need some rest too. Well, that's my Chinese sign. I'm the sign of the cock. I'm a fire cock, in fact.
Oh, you just missed it. I should have had the video. Oh my god, I should have had the video on. What a goofy cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me quick get the video swapped around here. This is hilarious. You gonna get a kick out of this? These guys are too funny.
Well, we want to see it, so definitely we will. I'm getting ready to go off, though. because I've been on for a long time. So show us the picture. Aw. Hey.
Oh, there he goes.
He says the void. The void is with you.
Well, he was under there like that. Well, I didn't have him. He was covered more, and the other cat came around and attacked him because he saw this a lump on my bed. It must have thought it was one of the dragons or something, and he freaking touched it, and then he moved, and Adam went to grab him from under the blanket, and he jumped a mile. Freaked out, and then I showed him it was Adam, and he goes, "Oh, like that." Doofus.
Cowboy was all over me earlier today when I was in trying to relax in my easy chair. He kept walking back and forth over my belly. And then he had to knead my belly a little bit and soften me up a little, and then he had to walk back and forth again and walk over to one arm and get petted on one side and then walk over to the other arm of the chair and get petted on that side. And so he just walks all over me, this cat. I tell you, he just walks all over me. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get some kind of sleep tonight. I got some things I gotta do tomorrow. And I love being with you though. And I hope to be on Friday. I'm not quite sure when. Hope to see you Friday. And then Monday will be our Monday readings. And then Wednesday, I guess I gotta get in touch with Alex again. And then there was another lady that was talking about she's an astrologer. So I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of her again. But she commented on something a while back and I didn't notice, and I just noticed now. So I'm gonna try and get a hold of her, and then maybe we'll have another astrologer again. So we're working on it. Providence is going to bring us everything we need. Remember that. Oh, Alex was coming on Monday. Oh, thank you for reminding me. He wanted to come on Monday. I'm going to have to talk to him. Okay, either that means I'll have to put reading night on Friday, or then it'll be Moon Day Friday for a change. Or I'll have to schedule Alex for Wednesday. We'll see. Okay, love. Now, what do we got the link for? Saltwater fish? Oh. Monday. Okay. Thanks for reminding me, because I couldn't remember. Okay. Because Monday is closest to the full moon, but that's okay. We can do whatever we want. We can do what we did again one on my channel. It's my channel. Cisco used to hang out at my place. Not by that name. Okay, I'm so confused. I would like Cisco. Okay, well, invite me sometime if he's coming on. Oh. I'm so confused. Hot dog style. What in the hell is going on in this? Trying to figure out. It's so disjointed. The chat is just like I said, 5 different movies going on at the same time. Okay, I love you guys. You know how to get in touch with me, right? Most of you do. Many of you have my number. Okay. And more of you are having my number all the time. Dolly, you've got my number, right? Okay. Yeah, put in a link for Cisco. The Cisco kid, he was a friend of mine. Do 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 do. Cisco kid was a friend of mine. Do 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 do. He'd drink whiskey, Pancho drinking wine. Okay, Through the Gate Paranormal. Okay, there we go. Through the Gate Paranormal, right? I'll subscribe because you said to. Okay. If I don't like it, I'm going to blame you. It's all on you. Thank you, Scotty boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. We'll sing for you more. Maybe on Friday, huh? In between readings or something. I love to sing. I got to get back to singing. I really do. I've got a new song I'm working on. I'm going to be working on a song called Wokey Brokey Brain. You can tell my brain, you can't tell my brain. I always complain, my wokey brokey brain, something like that. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know much about the song. I'm going to have to listen to the song in order to write it, but your nips are cold. Here we go. See, have you seen nipple sweaters? What? They're so cute. What? Okay, they're actually crocheted nipple sweaters. Okay, no. Nipple warmers. You need a set of nipple warmers. Yeah, there you go. That'll fix everything. What would I do without you guys? Okay, you guys are cute. I love you. Okay. You're really something. I love you. Jeez. I'm a lucky woman, right? I'm a lucky woman, cowboy. Mm-hmm. Deadly pictures of cowboy taking a bath. We're putting that in the OnlyFans. Okay, good night. And yes. Oh yeah, Hook can knit us all some nipple warmers. There you go. I'm sure she can. She can crochet them right up for us. Crocheted nipple warmers. Everybody needs a pair. Anyway, truth is where you find it. Hope you're finding some on my show. And this is Ocean Making Waves. Now, I hope you go out and make some of your own. Letting the days go by and the water holding up. Things will come true again after the party's gone. Once in a lifetime. There is water underground. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Good night. See you Friday, hopefully. Let's hope. Let's just hope. How do I get out of this now? Oh, yes, this is StreamYard. Okay. See ya.